Hello all, welcome to the next video of Python. So in the last video we learned about different tokens that are being used in writing the Python programs. So in this video what we are going to learn is about some print statements, that is how to write the program in Python. We are starting with how to write programs in Python. In that we will learn about the print statements, about the variables, data types and samples, and we'll see some sample programs also. So print statements. So there is, you can see here the print statement, and you can see something is written within the brackets. So this is a command which we are giving to the system or the Python interpreter to print whatever is within this bracket. So the output will be hello world. Whatever we write inside this bracket will be printed as the output. So if you want something string to be, string is nothing but a group of characters. There are so many characters within double quotes. So whatever is given between the double quotes will be displayed on the output screen. So the print is a command given, and whatever we give inside the bracket will be shown to the as the output. And see another example. Here I am giving again print, and within bracket I am giving the screen hello world string. What happens? There will not be any output. Why? Because Python is case sensitive. Case sensitive means it considers the small letter p and the capital letter P as two different entities. That's why they are known as Python is known as case sensitive. And see the next version where you are printing two different print statements, and the output will be in two different lines. So in short, you can say that print is a keyword in Python. We know what a keyword is. Keywords are reserved words or reserved words which is having special meaning to the language, and they tell the system that some extra processing has to be done. That means prints keywords always tell the printer to display what is given in the bracket. So we'll see an example of how this runs in the Python environment. See, what I have taken is an online compiler which is collab.research.google.com, where you have the provision to type the different commands. Okay, type different commands and type different programs, and you can just run it. So here I have already written, we saw that the print statement hello world, and you can see that when I try to run this, so this is known as collab.research.google.com, and we use it with our accounts. Here I am using my personal account, and you have so many options here. File, you can see it will be stored in your drive, and this is known as a notebook, Collab notebook. Okay, if you want to create a new notebook, you can do that. Open an already existing one, you can do that. You can save a copy in drive, you can save it in the system, download कर सकते हैं आप. So everything can be done to edit everything, view different tables, table of contents information. If you want to take codes from some other file or that, you can do that. So many tools are available here. So I have used a table here. This is online. Actually, this is online. I've created this code here for the demonstrative purposes. So just I'm running this code only. This I have written in a single cell. Call it as a cell, and in that cell I have written the first statement, that is print hello world. That is print a string. So just I'm going to run this using the run cell command. You can see the play button there. So that's a run cell. The cell has to be executed by clicking on that. What happens? You can see that it is executing now, and I got the output here. So I told you that whatever the print statement is taking as an argument in this brackets, or whatever we give inside the brackets, and if it is a string means whatever we give inside the double quotes is considered as a string, so that will be displayed. So I told you that Python is case sensitive. I am just trying to run the second cell, and it is trying to execute, but they will show you an error. See, I got an error. Why? Because capital B is not, P is not defined. It will not be recognized as a keyword. Now trying to execute the next set, I told you we will get the output as in two different line. You can see just running it, just executing, and see I got the output as hello world and good morning. Both are in different lines. Going back to our slide presentation. Now we wrote a program. We are just starting to write a program. How will you save that program? To save that program, you are writing in the interface and just save it as the name of the program .py. This .py always refers to a Python file. For example, I am writing as first program.py. This first program is the name of the program, and I have to store it as .py. Just like you have extensions for text files .txt, Microsoft Word file as .doc or .kex files. So similarly, Python files are also having an extension of .py. Now, coming to another unit in the programming, which is known as variables. Variables are actually used to hold the data values. Okay, which means that whatever data that we give to the Python, it stores as some variables. And each variable can hold a particular type of data at a time. For example, maybe it's a number or a decimal value or a string, etc. So everything what we give as a data can be stored in a variable. And the data type of the variable helps to identify which kind of operations can be performed of that variable. We will see more in this. For example, consider this case where I am just assigning a value, a constant value 5 to a variable A, and I am using this assignment operator equal to assign this RHS to this LHS. And what happens when I try to print A? When I try to print A, I will get the output as 5, which is the value assigned to this, constant value assigned to this variable A. And what happens when I try to print type of A? Type of A, it will print the data type of that A. Data type is what type of data this A is actually storing. It is storing the type integer. That's why this will be the output. Class int is the output of type A. I can demonstrate it with using the Colab. See here, I have already written the code. I'm just trying to execute it. You can see that A, I have assigned the value 5 to A, and I'm trying to print A. What is being printed? The value of A is printed 5. Unlike the previous example, and in the previous example I have given a string. That means I have given inside the quotes. So it is printing as such. But if I am giving a variable which is having already assigned a value, it will be printing the correct value itself. And also when I try to get the type or what is the data type of the variable A, which means that what data A holds, it is actually integer value. Now I am just trying to have another value, that is, for example, I am using 2.53, that is a decimal value, and I am just printing the value of B. Type is float, that is these type of decimal values, that is the values having the decimal point is known as float data type values. And here you can see that I am trying to assign a string value to a variable C, and I am trying to print it. I will get the value as the whole string, I will get it, and the value of C is now hello world. It is a string, and the type of C can be found as str. Str is the short form for string. So this is the assignment operator which it is an assignment operator that helps us to assign a value to the variable on the left hand side of the equal to operator. That is the assignment operator. So when that operation is done, what happens is that in the memory, one value, that is a constant value, will be stored in some memory, and that that value will be associated with the variable name A. Here it shows that A is equal to 10 means that in the memory 10 is stored and it is associated with the variable A. So, and And something more about print command. The print command can take a variable as a parameter. Parameter means what we write inside the brackets of the print. That is, it can take a variable name. For example, print A gives the content of the value of the variable A. But we are giving, if we are giving something inside the quotes, that string inside the quotes is displayed as such. So there are actually even type command gives you the variable name. Type commands give you the data type of the variable that you are passing, and there are three types of basic data types available or built-in data types: integer data types, float data types, and str data types. Where integers are used to hold the numbers that do not contain a decimal. That is, they are real integers which does not contain or which do not contain a decimal point. And float numbers are used to store the decimal numbers containing the decimal points. They are the real values. And str contains an ordered sequence of characters or letters. So whatever within the single quotes, double quotes, and triple quotes are considered as string. So we will see the demonstration also. Here I have we are already seen the value of A. It is printing as int. Here I am trying to print the value 2.53. Yes, you can see that they are showing as class float, which means that B belongs to the data type float, since it is a point value. Now I am just trying to print the hello world. See, that's a string. Again, it is in a single quotes, but it is showing str only, same thing, and it is similar to double quotes also. D is equal to good morning. Here I have given as double quotes, but still it is showing the string value. So that's all for this video. Thank you.